You see how beautiful that looks before setting it? Drugstore. A foundation routine using only drugstore products. Don't mind if I do. First, I'm gonna go in with e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Put one in up here and down here. And with clean hands, I'm just gonna rub this into the skin. Once you can do this, you can go ahead and put your foundation on. I'm using Revlon Color Stay 24 Hours Longwear Makeup, and this is in the color Almond. And just to give a disclosure, I know that it's gonna look orange, but this one oxidizes, so once it dries down and everything, it's going to be my perfect skin color, so don't worry. I'm just taking my foundation brush and just tapping it into the skin. You always wanna tap it to get that airbrush look. And take it down the neck so everything matches. And I don't put any under the eye because that's where the concealer will go. Okay, so the foundation is secure. Next, concealer. So I'll be using these two concealers, which is LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I'm using this one first and this one last. This is the shade Warm Honey, and this is the shade Porcelain. And this is how I'm gonna achieve a bright under eye using drugstore concealer. I'm applying this with the concealer brush. I'm just going right there, and I'm gonna leave that space open for the lighter concealer. And I'm gonna take this all the way out because I always like to give myself a crispy finish for my eyeshadow. Now for the other side, again, just leaving a little space open for that lighter concealer to achieve that bright under eye. And I put a little concealer here on the chin, a little on my nose, and a little in the middle, and of course down the middle of my nose. Okay, now I'm going in with Porcelain and just adding that into the inner part of the eye, well, the inner part of the under eye. And this is how we're gonna get that bright, beautiful under eye. Wait for your concealer to dry down a little bit and then blend it out, and that's how you're gonna get full coverage with your concealer. So now that I've let that sit for a little bit, now it's time to start blending it out. So I'm gonna start with the chin, and I'm just keeping that concentrated, blending up the nose, and then blending this out. And I don't wanna go too high, I just wanna highlight right here and bring it back down the middle of my nose. For the under eye, I'm taking this brush to blend out the concealer, and I always start with the outer edge. So I'm starting to blend out that darker concealer first. Now on the other side, blending that darker concealer out first. And this is gonna give me a nice full coverage since I let it sit for a little bit. And this concealer is really good. This is the only concealer that I use actually, currently. Now I'm blending out Porcelain and just tapping that in. You see how beautiful that looks before setting it? Drugstore. And just blending out the other side. And you wanna always look up when you're blending out your concealer. This is how you avoid getting the creases that we try to stay away from. And then just blend it out. This is gorgeous. This drugstore concealer is performing. Okay, so I finished the rest of my makeup that were non-drugstore products, and now I'm gonna go ahead and set with a drugstore setting spray, which is L'Oreal Infallible 3-Second Setting Spray Mist. And this one is really good. This is transfer proof. It is going to secure your makeup. Your makeup will not move with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this to my face before I do my lip combo. And also put this on before you do your bottom lashes because it will smear, but this is gonna hold everything in place. So now that that's set, I will be back with the finished look. All right, so here's the finished look. I was able to do my foundation routine using only drugstore products. So again, just to review, I started with e.l.f. Power Primer Grip, Revlon Color Stay 24-Hour Longwear Makeup in the color Almond. For underneath my eyes, I use these two concealers, which is LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Warm Honey and the color Porcelain, Maybelline Fit Me in the color 20 Light Medium. And last but not least, I went ahead and set my makeup with L'Oreal Infallible. So you can achieve a flawless foundation using drugstore makeup. And if you want to watch the eyeshadow tutorial, follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And I'm the Beauty Extra on every platform, so follow me. I post every day on there, so join me over there, and I would love to see you guys. If you made it this far in the video, put Burgundy Fall in the comments. Thank you again for tuning in as always, and until next time, bye with a beauty mark.